Greetings YouTube, Ronin Frog 87 here, and by now I'm pretty sure most of you have heard that there is going to be a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime featuring Yugi and Kaiba coming out in 2016 in Japan, and there is a lot to talk about here, but let me start here. And I just wanted to say that when I heard about this the other day, I was excited because we finally get to see another show, another series, in this case a movie, that's featuring both Yugi and Kaiba, and hopefully the rest of the original crew. Hopefully they have go on another adventure and whatnot. And I was excited. It's the whole nostalgia trip. I don't know about you guys, but Little Yugi is my favorite character, and Duelist Kingdom and Battle City were my favorite arcs of the anime in general. They're just so freaking awesome. But now, what kind of sucks though is that this movie is coming out all the way in 2016, and we don't know exactly when, and we don't know if it's gonna be released here in America as well. I mean, granted, I didn't in 2004, I didn't when the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie was released here in the U.S. I didn't go see it, but I still caught it on DVD, and it would be pretty cool to go actually go see a Yu-Gi-Oh movie in the theater. As dorky and nerdy as I may sound, deep down inside, I admit it would be awesome. And so, yeah, we don't know exactly when or where. I mean, we know where, but we don't know exactly, like, if it's going to be, released over here in the States. But, or when exactly. I mean, is it going to be released, in fall, in early 2016 and fall 2016 and summer or in winter? Because if it's released in winter 2016, that means we basically have to wait at least, we still have to wait about 2 years for it to come out, since we are still in 2014 after all. Now, aside from that, instead of a Yu-Gi-Oh movie, why not a whole Yu-Gi-Oh anime? When was the last time we even saw Yugi in an anime? I'm pretty sure that was when he was beating the shit out of Jaden. See how I spin it there? That's when he was beating up on Jaden on the last episode of GX. And that's the last we saw of Yugi, and I want more. Little Yugi's my favorite character, and and people just love the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime. So why not another anime? Yeah, I know there's Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, Yu-Gi-Oh R, but I want something new and original. I want something, okay, exactly not original, but I still want a new series featuring the old crew. I mean, maybe you could set it between, after the Pharaoh leaves and in between the start of GX. Maybe between that time period, you can make a whole nother Yu-Gi-Oh anime with Yugi as a protagonist. Now, I understand maybe why they won't do it, because basically the animes are geared to sell the card game. That's why we got synchros. That's why we got XCs. That's why we got pendulums. It's because they were like an evolution. Not only were they an evolution in the game, but they were also accompanied by the animes. 5Ds was made in order to sell synchros. Zexal or Zeal, whatever the hell it's called, was made in order to sell XZs. And of course, Arc 5 or Arc V, whatever the hell it's called, was made in order to sell pendulums. Now, but here's an argument counter to that, and is that Yugi, as evidenced by Dragons of Legend, can still move a freaking set. It can still move cards. I know that people were buying Dragons of Legend because of of hot cards like the Hands of Mathematician and of Creep for Creep Bandit, but also keep in mind that there were other cards in there that were still hot. That were still expensive. You look at the Eye of Timaeus, you look at the Dark Magician Girl fusion and the Dark Magician fusion, and those cards were going for at least 20 to 25 a pop. So don't sit there and tell me that Yugi and the old crew, the original cast, can't move sets, because they still damn well can. And when you go to your card shop, I'm pretty sure if you have some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like the God cards for instance, your card shop vendor is still gonna want to swoop them off on you, because they still sell pretty hot, because little kids love those cards. And it's weird because what Yu-Gi-Oh as an anime is 12, 13 years old. So a lot of kids today didn't grow up on Yu-Gi-Oh like we did, but they still love Yugi's and Kaiba's cards, which is weird. Because when I go to my local card shop and I have like a lot of those Dragons of Legend cards, or I have like the God cards, my card shop owner will want to buy them off of me, because he was like, little kids still love it, even though they never grew up with that anime. And I'm pretty sure it had to do with when it was what channel carried the Yu-Gi-Oh anime until recently, the CW Kids, whatever. It would show it like back to back with whatever Yu-Gi-Oh anime was current at the time. So yeah, so the original crew can still sell, the original Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists, they can still move sets, as evidenced by Trackers of Legend. And also, Yugi is still really freaking popular. I mean, you look at all the events where they had like those special character duels with the original voice cast, where they, at like nationals where they had like Yugi versus Yusei, and let's say Yugi versus Yusei, for instance. I'm pretty sure that was, what was it, at nationals a couple years ago. I can't remember, but I do remember that duel, and it was like Dan Green versus the voice of who's the voice of Yugi versus the voice of Yusei, and they were having like these little mock duel. It was awesome, and people were overwhelmingly backing Yugi. People were like Yugi, Yugi, and me, as I was sitting on my computer screen, I was like Yugi, Yugi. The bottom line is Yugi is still super freaking popular. And people were backing Yugi to win. People always want Yugi to win. And so, yeah, that's another reason why I want another anime, is for that nostalgia trip. And because, when people say it wouldn't be financially sound, guess again. Just all the evidence I just presented to you, runs counter to that argument. And so, yeah, instead of like another another anime that has nothing to do with Yugi, or a movie that has to do with Yugi, I'd rather have an anime that has Yugi as the protagonist. I don't know about you guys, but maybe the movie is a good start though, so not to complain too much. Alright guys, I hope you liked that video, my whole little mini rant, and I hope you were able to make sense of it. And if you did like the video, guys, if you enjoyed the video, I should say, please remember to like and comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed to me already, thank you so much. Thank you for your continued support, guys. It means a lot to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I am Running Frog 87, bidding you farewell. And I'll see you guys on the next one.